gone quick. 3 wide down to the corner. We'll go on the outside. Oh, the contact with Russell. We spin it.
Yes, come on, we won it. We are the drivers' world champions.
Hey racing fans, and welcome back to another race for KEG Racing Team. This time in our home, it's our home race in Australia, being Australian and all that. It makes sense. I stuffed that up, but we'll keep going. So really looking forward to this one. It's one of my favourite tracks, and not just because it is my home race. It's just I love the twists and turns of the track. Keen to see how we go with the first corner, especially because it's that right-hander into that left-hander, and it does create a lot of issues. So I'm really keen to see if we can survive that. It's always been a bit of a weak point for us, and why I like being near the top. Really keen to see that we get more points this round, as we didn't get much last time with DNFing in Saudi Arabia, which wasn't great, and Armstrong still not getting any points so far this season. Me scoring the only ones for our team so far, which has been 8. So trying to get to a few more as we go along for this championship defense. Alright guys, that is it for me. Let's get into race 3 in Australia. I was holding really high hopes for this race. Practice 1, coming in at second by 0.18 seconds was encouraging, so I wanted to keep building on that. Slipping down to third on the softs there for pre-practice 2, still only just behind, so I was still had that hope that in qualifying would be okay, and going through here was not what I needed to see. A few issues through that was not great. Into Q1, saw us get through into the top 10 as well as Armstrong, which is awesome for the team. We're not that far behind, all within a second of the leader. 2 of us into Q2 gives us the better chance, so off we went into that. Marcus just missing out, getting into Q3 again. He hasn't made it all season so far, but I managed to top the charts in Q2. Getting into qualifying 3. Not sure if it was our fault or if he brake checked it. If you go by the stewards in the actual F1s, that was impeding, because Alonso got his 20-second fucking violation for that, didn't he? Anyway, that's a whole different thing. So yeah, look, it wasn't a great qualifying from us. We didn't get to where we wanted to get to. I wanted to head out the top there, but heading into qualifying in 6th was okay. We're in the top 10 and we're not too far off the leaders, and there's every chance that we were going to make this a great race for us, and I really want to, considering, like I said, it is our home race. I want to see us win it, or at least an Australian win it. So, alright guys, let's get into it, starting with the team briefing.
Right mate, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but I want you to treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks, please.
Typical Melbourne weather. Not much to do for this, is there? Looks like it's going to be pissing down all this whole time. But we're up.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. It's Sergio Perez on pole today, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Oscar Piastri, Norris, Leclerc, Kyle, Sainz, Russell, Gasly, Hamilton, Armstrong, Ocon, Stroll, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Albon, Ricciardo, Liam Lawson, Joe, Bottas, Sargent, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Let's see how this goes. Up from 6th. And away we go. Sitting there in front of Russell, who seems to be coming up there. The clue is catching up to those sides, takes us over already. The rain is really doing its job already. We're going to have to brake earlier because it's wet. And do we survive the first corner? A little bit of a tag there. We keep going along. We've moved up into 4th maybe. Can we do it? We do. too hard, but we managed to slip into third already. Not a bad overtake there, and absolutely accidental on the hard, or the full wets here. We've got Perez, and I think it's Verstappen ahead of us. As Verstappen already takes a 3-second lead through there as everyone tries to get through the first corner. So now it's all going to be very interesting here. We're going to get track limits? No, a little bit of leniency because of the wet, I'm assuming. And away we are off there and keeping ahead of Piastri, another Australian here. I have no idea where Ricardo is as Piastri catches up to us there. There is a fair chance it's going to be a DNF for a miss here, but we'll see. We'll go in a bit sooner. When we're off the track there, we're going to try and come across. Piastri takes us off there in the corner there as we come around into the inside. He pushes us out wide. We're going to have to brake a bit sooner than usual. And we slide back on in front of him there as we go off track again. How many times can you get away with this before something actually happens? As it looks like Leclerc comes along on the inside. We're going to have to let him pass there. If we manage to get out in front of him, it looks like we've got in front. Thank Christ for that. A bit more of a braking as we're slip sliding around. The Red Bulls seem to be pulling away there as we try and find our way through here on the wet. Haven't actually had too much of a race before in the full wets. Verstappen going at 140 and we're going along 20 laps to this track to go. Can we get used to this track and catch up to those Red Bulls who are now 5 seconds in front off the start? A podium would be alright in our home race. I'd much rather have come first, but I just can't see it happening. We're not that great in the wet, as you can tell. Leclerc still sitting right behind us. Piastri still behind him, taking up the top 5 spots there, and everyone else seems to be catching up there. So
let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Warning for the track limits. I told you we weren't going to get too many of them. We're going to get track limits again, maybe? No, we managed to get out of that, so we'll use this one and see if we can't catch up to the Red Bulls now, as we seem to pull away from Leclerc, but I just can't see that going to be a thing. We're going to be battling him the rest of the day. And we're going to brake a bit earlier again. We'll find our braking zones to catch up to him, I'm sure of it. Verstappen's still nearly 6 seconds ahead of us, so almost like in real life, off he goes. Doing a way better job in the wet than most of us. And Leclerc catches up to us again, so we are not doing too well there, and it looks like Leclerc tries to sneak in. We've got damage to the body. Leclerc hits us. I think we've gone in too close to him there.
The underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon.
And my God, we are not doing well. And away we go there. We're going to lose some time there. Leclerc catching up to us on the straight. He is looking for us to try to break that toe.
Some time to the car behind.
Oh no. And off we go off to the track there. Leclerc's going to come up there. Can we get back on there safely? We do. He doesn't take us over yet. He's going to catch us here in this corner though. We're going to hold off for the inside line. And I think we can kiss away any chance of this coming first or second here and try and see how much we can hold on to our podium finish here. But damaged body now, I can't see us doing too much better. Turn this corner there, and you can see we have the issue there, and we just are not fast in the wet. Okay. No track limits there, Christ, thank God. Nearly 8 seconds between us and the leaders now. We are not doing well in this wet here at all. I think it's just going to be a matter of how much we lose by the Verstappen in that. Oh, as I go too wide on the last corner there. Leclerc's going to look there. Do not get bashed again. And he's going to take us on this one because we stuffed that up. It's not our weekend by the looks of it.
Seconds.
Rain had settled in. It doesn't seem to be changing according to the weather report that we had.
The The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it.
Yeah, well, we're aware of that, Mark. Thanks, mate, but let me just try and keep my third spot. I'm totally ignoring first and second now. Let's screw that one up as well. Onto those rocks in that corner. And we jump on our ERS trying to pull away from Leclerc, who's caught straight back up to us again. Every time we pull away from him, he just manages to get further and closer to us. He will get us eventually, I'm sure of it. We're making too many mistakes.
Forecast suggests the rain's going to be lightening up over the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. We should start finding more grip as we clear the standing water.
Ah, there it is. There's the mistake. Oh, into Piastri.
Okay, safety car deployed. Safety car's been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
I'd love to say this is going to help us, but I just can't see it helping.
Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
So we hit Piastri there. And that was our fault. Somehow don't get penalised for it. Over an unsafe release or entry again. With Perez 11 seconds in front of us. We've just fallen out of the podium and we're not going to get this back, so it's going to be a matter of can we get to the end of this race now and where do we end up, because I can't get these braking points right in the right at the moment. Just keep going out wide. Somehow we didn't get any more damage to our body, but we managed to damage Piastri, and we screwed up our race. Our fellow Australian, we've just taken him out, so I wish I'd have ignored if there's going to be anyone. It's not a great start. We started at 6th, we moved up to 3rd, we lost our spot from stupid mistakes to Leclerc, and we're nowhere near catching the Red Bulls, so I don't know how this is going to pan out in the end. Not the race I thought it was going to be. Thought it was going to be drier, but typical Melbourne weather. Days of sunshine, no hint of rain, and the next minute, bam, rain. It doesn't help that I've been working a little bit too much and I'm tired. Not making excuses though, like, you know, these guys travel around the world and still manage to do it, so I'm only racing on PlayStation, like, come on. So we're nearly halfway through this race. Piastri, I'm assuming, falling down. Armstrong up in the top 10. Can he score his first points for this season as well? So far, I'm the only one who scored points in our first race, and that's it. Safety car ending. There I am. I'm not keeping number 1 this year. It's 3 races, 8 points in 3 races. It's too much of a thing to take back. I can't see us doing it. And just the way we're performing, I'm going to be a one and done type of driver, unfortunately. Especially the last 2 races have been horrible. Like Saudi Arabia, we crashed, but we were winning. We were 10 seconds in front of everyone until Bottas had an accident, and then he got the yellow flag called, and then we were on hard tyres where everyone else was on softs, and we crashed out with McLaren again, actually. So let's see what happens here. Norris is sitting in 9th. Oh, come on, let's just go already. Why are we watching this the whole time? Surely this is the one. God, this is taking forever. Here we go.
Safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Well, can you imagine?
There's been an incident on track, but officials
Already?
aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Oh, he moved up into second, but more body damage, so we can't see us doing much else there. I don't know if that was our fault or not. It could have probably been, but I mean, the braking. I'm gonna have to brake way earlier.
Okay, be very careful. The floor's incurred massive
Not
damage.
another one.
Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low, and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
We are going to get a DNF, I'm almost sure of it. Now, I wonder who went out in this one. Oh, for fuck's sake. How do I have to slow all the way down and yet they can catch all the way up? It bunches up what we're doing.
Okay, VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
What the hell
Okay,
for?
you've got a drive-through penalty. You've been given a drive-through penalty.
Well, there goes our race.
Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on. And the gap behind us is 2.4 seconds.
I can't believe we got a drive. I'm not even sure what for. Like speeding. Like I was. We'll go right the last race of this drive-through penalty. We're pretty much fucked.
Okay to use your overtake button.
There goes our points for today. So now it's all on Armstrong. Hopefully he can do it. Holding promise, we were up there. Tried to get too cute when we took off the thing, so.
You have critical damage to the floor, be careful.
This could see us DNF the mechanical fault here. Haven't done that since Singapore in season 2.
Circuit's definitely looking better than it was a few minutes ago. If we could just move a bit more of that standing water, we might be able to go on to the intermediates. Okay, and that's a red flag. Red flag. Keep the delta positive, and let's have you straight to the pit lane, please. Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris.
That doesn't serve that drive-through penalty, does it?
This is essentially a free stop, so let's think very carefully about our strategy for the rest of this race.
As well. See what happens.
Good luck out there. Again.
Well, I'm screwed because now I've got to go through the fucking drive-through penalty. And I'm going to have to do it this lap too.
Green flag.
Norris up at 4, so that's alright. A lot of restarts in this. The weather is affecting everybody, so it's not just me, thank Christ.
Here's some information on Hulkenberg. Right, they've got a serious car issue.
Another
It looks
one.
like they're retiring. Okay, caution, caution. Virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta on your dash. It looks like a virtual safety car is being deployed due to an incident with multiple vehicles being stopped on the track. We need you to drop your pace.
Well, I could have held on for those few laps.
Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens. Okay, this is your final chance to serve the penalty. Enter the pits this lap or will be disqualified from the race.
And there goes that race, boys and girls. That's come at exactly the wrong time.
Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres.
Not much more to say now. It's not our race today. 4 seconds behind everyone, and I can't drive in the wet that well, so we won't be catching anybody. I'd be very surprised if we do. Let's put it that way. Seven laps left. There's so many things that happen this race. I wonder where Piastri ended up. I just don't want to come last at this point. We've got 7 laps to try and catch Zhao.
If you continue to cut corners, the
This
stewards
is
are going to
not
give you a
our
penalty.
race.
Be careful.
Ricardo 19. Don't tell me, like, if Piastri's somewhere down the back here, that all the Australians in this race
Caution,
didn't make
caution.
sure, give us another one. Well, that was a good dodge. Someone's pulling off there. We got that in. Esteban out of the session.
Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car. Green flag.
We catch
There's
Bottas.
an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 1.8 seconds.
Can we climb up higher?
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
I gotta get there first, mate. He's a second and a half in front of me.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 0.8 seconds.
Bottas next in our sights as we lead our fellow Australian Ricciardo down the bottom here. And
Okay, we've been
fuck
given time
you!
penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
Oh. What else could go wrong besides a crash at this point?
Okay, I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
Last 5 laps, we're probably not going to change our tyres. Oh! We're catching him too. Not that it matters, right now it's still fucking 20th. No, worse, we're last. We are dead last again.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.1 seconds.
Car slip sliding around everywhere. Oh, what a... this race! I think our floor is actually hurting us now. I can't brake that well.
Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
Doing well. I was catching Bottas. I'm no longer catching Bottas. I have Ricciardo catching me. And right now, all I'm trying to do is finish the race without crashing. I wish I could commentate more, but there's just nothing to commentate on. I'm not catching him. I'm not catching Bottas. Ricciardo's, I'm keeping at bay, but it doesn't matter. Like, I'm going to come last. I just... Oh. 3 laps to go. I feel like I've barely even driven this track. This is one of my favourites. And then it went wet. I thought I was alright driving in the wet, but apparently not. The difficulty level I've got it on now is definitely where it needs to be. Can I at least pass Bottas at some point? I might not get the spots. Oh, don't do it to me.
Okay, clear.
Just missed him at that corner again. Oh, Ricciardo had a slip. And all of a sudden we're back at 18th. Oh, we did manage to get Bottas.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
No, it doesn't. Right now, all I'm doing is trying to see how far up I can get, so... I don't know why, why wouldn't I pass people if I could? Oh, see, that was much better. Why were we doing that at the start? Fuck you, Sonoda. Push me out wide. I thought Gasly might have had some sort of issues and he was holding everyone back, but it doesn't look like it.
You're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds a lap. Really good stuff.
I really want to find out what's going on with that teammate, honestly. But I also need to concentrate really hard to actually finish this race.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Can't believe we were pushing the start there. We were second. We're probably never going to keep that, but we were there. Imagine getting another penalty like that. There we go, too fast around that corner again.
Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
stop.
kidding!
Stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards are going to give you a penalty.
This race can go suck a dick. Why not? Now all we're going to do is try and finish this race. Not our race. Just not our race. As you can see there, slipping down to 12th on the driver's standings and 6th on the constructor standings with just the 8 points. Marcus Armstrong coming through with the goods though, scoring 12 points. Big haul from him, and we're much needed points for the team. He did well, really well. Consistent, which is what we want. Moving on to my critique. Driver error. I mean, we were pushing the top of the tables there. We weren't going to probably get Verstappen, but we were second if we could have held off Perez towards the end there. We were driving better with the intermediates on once the track dried up near the end after the third safety car or virtual safety car. And to get those track limits really hurt. To be speeding under the virtual safety car was probably the nail in the coffin, but then getting those 6 seconds penalties was not helpful either. Don't know if we would have made it into the points coming back from there, but we were racing hard. But driver skill error, some bad luck, and the weather, which look not really an excuse, but things that I can point at that I need to get better at, which could make it better racing. But there you go. By no means is this season over. It's only third race. We have 21 more races to go before the end of that, getting us towards November. So it's not like it's over and done with. It's just not great in the position to be in now. Considering where the car's developing at, we haven't got the pace. It seems to be pushing Red Bull at the moment, which, welcome to F1 really. But yeah, so hopefully we can do the right stuff here and get a bit more competitive and start pushing for some points, which I think we're at points, but I want to get to the top. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us for race 3. Race 4 will be in Azerbaijan, in Baku. So, looking forward to that one. It's a street race, which we do not do well in. There's every chance we're going to crash out early. So, if you want to see a short race, next week's probably a good one to watch. Hopefully, we do get through it, though. My aim's going to be to finish that race. But we'll talk more about that next week. Make sure that you follow us on Twitch so you can see that live, on Instagram to see all the updates live from all the races, and on TikTok to see the highlights when we drop them as well. That's about it, guys. Look forward to seeing you next week, and let's get some points then. I'll catch you later.
PlayStation